Well, hello everyone. It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say, where's Dashie? Dashie, again, is in New York. You might see Dashie next week. I am not 100% sure. I will keep you posted on that. Anyway, we have a ton of things to go through today. So while we get to them, or before we get to them, let me just go over the rules of this. Basically, it's pretty simple. I will get to everyone else's comments, but there's, I'm going to say, a good 45 minutes to at least an hour's worth of content that I'll have to go through before I get to people's comments. If you're like, hey, I don't want to wait that long, it's really late or early, where you have to go, $2 super chat, I'll get to your comment right away. If not, if you have no issue staying here for a couple hours, let me know. Be advised that we are not going to get any new information that you wouldn't already know if, like, you weren't on Twitter all day. So let's say today's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. If a lot of people weren't at work, or if they weren't celebrating Mother's Day, they couldn't for whatever reason, and they were just all in the, what do you call it? If you were just all in the, on Twitter and Spaces all day, you'll know what's going on for the most part. Again, there's a couple little bits of alpha I'll sprinkle in all over the place, little nuggets, see if you can catch that. Anyway, let's get right to it. What did I title this thing? All right, Blackpink advertises for Veve. Yeah, that's a big one. Drop details, reveal. All right, we as many details as is available right now, and then we'll get into a little bit more speculation. OMI talk, AMA. All right, let's go. What we got here. All right, let's start off with the OMI, just because that's what I'm known for, and I feel like people want to get to the Blackpink stuff. So we're down about 3.2% on the day, 20006,414, looking like the chart, even if it was green, just doesn't look good. It's like, looks like it's trading like a penny stock. It's just, not the strongest looking chart. $113,000 in volume. It is a this pales in comparison to the other day when we had over $1 million in volume. How many of those are? Most of that was probably whales. Be advised, now that it's so much easier to go and buy it on base, when you go to Uniswap or you go to a Coinbase wallet, most people now are transacting in on the base chain. I don't know if it will show any difference. It does not. It just says like the amount of total volume on Ethereum is about 55,000 for today. It was in the hundreds of thousands the other day. Oh no, it does. It have it on base. Okay, so 55,000. Oh, that is so strange. Okay, so today is actually the outlier. This is the exception, not the rule. As of today, this is the only day where on the Ethereum blockchain is 55,000 and only 20,000 volume on base. Every single day outside of this one, over the 24-hour period, at any given time, there'd be more volume on the base chain as opposed to Ethereum. But yeah, I guess just today, because there's so little. Again, it is a holiday. I think Mother's Day is a global holiday, right? It's not like 4th of July or Memorial Day, whatever. Well, that's just specifically an American holiday. Anyway, let's go see what else is going on in the rest of the crypto world. We'll talk about Trump in a minute. We'll get to him at some point. So you have Bitcoin pretty flat, down about 0.1%. Like I said, pretty flat. Ethereum down 1.6, BNB down 0.5%. Solana down 5. XRP down 3.5. So most of the top 10 is actually all of the top 10 is red. Significantly, Doge down 4.8, Cardano 2.6, Shiba Inu down 4, Avalanche down 4. I'm going a little bit past the top 10. I'm trying to find a freaking green candle here. ICP's down 5, Fetch AI is down 7, Render's down 5. There's literally nothing in the green. Immutable X down 10%. Maybe we should pick up some of that. There's nothing in the green in the top 50. All right, finally at number 64, Core is up 2.8%. WBT is up 0.4. I know it's pretty flat, but I'll take it. Flow, what are you doing to me? Down 3.5%. So yeah, really not a good day for the market. I think OMI is just kind of along for the ride. Be advised, there is still a Spaces going on. We do have a bunch of stuff to go over from David Yu. I went over a few things yesterday with Crypto Rain, but let's review a couple of things from yesterday, even though that we went over a decent amount of the stuff. We have a Call of Cthulhu Necronomicon, mint number 1924. Like, okay, Chavez, why is mint number 1924? Why is that special? Well, pretty much it's just because that was the first year that it was mentioned in H.P. Lovecraft's short story, The Hound. The current floor at the time of purchase was about $42. So the level of this was 77x above the floor because it sold for $3,250. It's absolutely wild. They mentioned Tokidoki. They're going to have a new drop. It's going to be called Kawaii All Stars. Super Kawaii. Oh, God, what is that from? I think that's a super cool. Oh, wait. Yeah. Smile. Super Kawaii. That's from the song Bananas. Gwen Stefani. Yeah. Is Bananas. Anyway, that's what it's called. Kawaii All Stars. I don't really know that brand super well. I don't know it super intimately, so it's cool. My friend's daughters are like in love with it. So yeah, that'll be really big. So a lot of other people are saying what else is going to be really big in for South Koreans, for Asians. And I mean there's a lot. I think the Tokidoki brand, just because of what I've seen, you don't really have to study this. Just go to a Comic-Con, go to DesignerCon, go to MegaCon, go to any of these events, Philly Expo, Montreal Expo, it doesn't matter. At the Tokidoki booth, at every single event, there's just going to be huge lines around it, against the wall, like halfway through the con. Oh, sorry, I need a protein shake. My muscle's still sore from yesterday. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so here's the actual photo from Tokidoki. If it'll freaking, there we go. It's just going to be Kawaii All Stars. I have most of these. It says coming soon to Veve. There's a couple of things like it does look very similar to Super Mario All Stars from like the Super Nintendo, where I'm like, oh, is this going to be like a game? Could this be like a, but like whatever worlds we're going to have in the Veveverse, they haven't mentioned any type of game. I guess Ron English's Delusionville, we're going to have something like that in there. But I think that would be like a whole other brand. Obviously, you have the Veveverse brand, but I think Veve Games would go inside that. Like Veve Comics, you have the Veve Comic Reader app and all that. You have Veve Music, and then on the Veve Music have, or I guess Veve Vibes, it's called. You already have Ron English. You need the big jukebox player in order to play his music. For the Blackpink ones, it does seem a little different. For the Blackpink ones, it seems like you have a stage on there. And again, I'll go through everything at some point. But yeah, I was telling my friend the other day, I have like all of the Tokidoki stuff. There's stuff at Rain. Veve Digital Collectibles posted something yesterday saying this little tune is stuck in my head, but then they deleted it. So I don't know what that was about. They haven't showed us anything. The Force is with you as Star Wars fans ahead of the Sandcrawler drop tomorrow. So Sandcrawler, I feel like has anyone ever watched Scott Sterling? And he's not like I mean, it's the channel that covers Scott Sterling. I don't remember it, but Scott Sterling was like one of the most entertaining goalkeepers in entertainment history. And then he goes, and they're doing like these free kicks, and the other goalie on the other team, nobody, like even the announcer, like, oh, I don't even care about this guy. Let's go back to Scott Sterling. So like it's like Sam Cole, like I know it's Star Wars, I know it's cool. I really don't even care about it. I just really want to get to Blackpink. But we'll go over it anyway, just because that's what I do. Let's go to the Veve app and let's see how many of these things are purchased. For whatever reason, normally Veve keeps 90 of these. Veve only kept 50 of these. So out of the 2,500, it was 2,450. It was subtract 2,279. So only sold 171. So it was $50 each. If it was a lower amount, like if this was $20, this would have probably sold a lot. It might have even sold out, but yeah, no, it sold 171. They did not even make 10 grand. They made 8,550. Ouch. And this is a Star Wars drop. It's like, okay, well, Chavez, why is this happening? One of two reasons. Like I just said with the Scott Sterling metaphor, when you have something so epic that, again, we were supposed to get newer details at 3 a.m. in 2.5 hours, however long. 3.5 hours, but now we're not. Now it's just, okay, we already have those details, but you have such a big lineup for this, and there's going to be multiple of these Blackpink collectibles, and people are going to want to get a bunch of them. They are going to get pretty limited. I will go into that. But let's get to the rest of the news here before I do. All right, there's the Veve stuff, there's screenshots. Okay. Yep, impressive. Super impressive. I don't know if I should go over this. Discord, no, I won't. Budget, this guy. May 22nd is Bitcoin Pizza Day. Comment down below how you're all going to celebrate. Oh, that's actually when the Blackpink drops start. I'll just put Bitcoin Pizza Day, and I'll just get a pizza, you know, and also pour one out for the homies that are also in there as well. Let's see what we got here. Parents for um oh my god. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this positive. David Rational Buck podcast says buying OMI on base is so much easier than the hoops we used to have to jump through. Thanks, Foster Hill, for the quick 1 minute tutorial. It literally is that fast, and being able to buy via Coinbase apps feels much more legit. As in, like it's not on Coinbase, but it's on Coinbase wallet, so it is a lot easier. Foster responds to that saying, "Wait until you see how fast I can actually buy it in my next video." It was just going to be so. Be advised that comment got blown way out of proportion. Foster Hill, what he said, wait until you see how fast I can actually buy it in my next video. Everyone and their sister was thinking, oh, this is one click OMI. This is it. We have OMI on the web app. Be advised, being able to buy it on base is probably some of the best that we're going to get. The only issue we have right now is just really low liquidity. Like there's not, it's like if you wanted to go and purchase $1 million worth, you can't. There's like 300,000 in liquidity in there. So you're just unable to do that until more people go in and add to that pool, which they will over time. But right now, yeah, he was just saying like, oh, he's going to make a video on how quick he can actually do it. And I think, you know, on the Coinbase wallet, you know, via the base chain, you can do it in like 6 clicks. Like I don't think there's anywhere that's actually one click anything, even like for Amazon stuff, for PayPal. Like there, you have to do at least a couple clicks. I think it is a nice little catchphrase, one click only, but we have to be a little bit more serious that it's going to take a couple of clicks to do that. And again, we already have it in multiple places. Hopefully, get more exchanges soon. I think we will. Let's go over here. Stone Cold Steve. Oh my God, this meme. Call me Anakin. By the way, I'm slaying younglings at 9 a.m. Oh God, that is. Oh, I gotta send that to my friend. Hang on. Share messages. Oh, this is gonna take a second. I'm gonna me. Yeah. There we go. Okay, done. Done. Okay. All right, that is done. Let's see what else I got here. Maybe she really. This meme of David Yu with the skulls, I just thought was great because he used to throw those out a lot. Shout out to Flowchain. Took 1 month in 2024 for Flow T to equal their total 2023 transaction count. Took 1 quarter in 2024 to top the total of 2023 sales. And more on Flow in a bit. Need to be doesn't mean yep. I don't think I will. Who's this? No one that I don't think I can say. There was Standoff Chart had the 2017 Logan Wolverine. Like he had a bunch of them. Like Standoff Chart has like 118 Wolverines. He has the 1974, 1994, the number 92, 1960. So anyway, the significance of these years is 74 is the first appearance of Wolverine. 94 for him is just his favorite mint number. 92 is the year the X-Men animated series started. 1968 was the birth year of our favorite Wolverine actor, that was Hugh Jackman. And then 2017 was the year that the Logan movie had come out. He actually had he sold that mint number. Yeah, he sold the 1974 for $5,400. Now he bought it for $4,999. So if we go and we take the 5,400, we times by 0.915, he actually lost about $58 on it. But just the fact that there was somebody else willing to pay that much for it. Again, he bought it for about 5K, sold it for 5,400. But because you have an 8.5% fee between 2.5 from Veve and then 6 from the Marvel, he actually lost a little bit on it, but I think he was okay. So now he could just buy more Wolverines. That's just kind of what he was getting at there. After that, shout out to In Akomi We Trust. He's the one that got the number 911 for Dick Sprang the Joker, Jim Lee the Joker, and Frank Miller the Joker. Just all of the Jokers having 911, just because obviously that's who you would call if you happen to run into him or if you see him doing something. And maybe they might not be the most effective. You might need like Punisher. I know he's a different universe. Who's got, I don't know, Slade maybe. Any of the assassins in DC. Deadshot. You can go in and pew pew. That'd probably be the best answer for the Joker. Just a quick Earth 2 stuff. I guess I'll go over super quick. Shane did say that we are going to get they are going to list, and I don't know where, because it seems like he was very iffy on listing anywhere with on Uniswap with Essence. But I don't even know what the 3 code thing is gonna be. But I won't read everything that excuse me, that he had said, but just a couple of the things. Saying, no, we've been quiet on the public front recently, been working hard behind the scenes, but I'd like to provide you all with a little update on some important current upcoming Earth 2 stuff. Essence is a little bit different from other tokens, given the various utility options it will provide its holders over time via the metaverse platform we're developing. Other plan utility, but the option to withdraw that Essence to a personal wallet into Web3 completely separate from Earth 2 in order to store or trade at an external price determined by Essence holders. So they're not going to list it at like a set price. It's just going to be like person to person. Hey, Aria Realty, you have 1 million of those. Can I buy some at 10 cents? And of course, he's going to tell me no, because he's not going to sell for that price. It'd be a nice 100 grand for him. But he's not, again, Essence is likely to be worth multiple dollars over the next year and a half, give or take. So Aria Realty is not going to go and sell it for that low. There will be people that are going to sell it for that low. It's just unfortunately going to be, it's unfortunately going to be, most people just have like a couple thousand, tens of thousands, maybe. Some people have hundreds, but for the most part, most people have in the thousands to tens of thousands range. I myself only have about 42,000, give or take. Which says, I've mentioned many web times in the past, Web3 is still in its infancy and still emerging. It's more or less impossible to predict what the next few months look like in this space, let alone the next few years. Governments are still figuring out how this fits into their typical financial frameworks, not to mention domestic global compliance. And to be honest, they are faced with many complicated issues they need to find legally binding solutions. So, doesn't this sound familiar? Look at the recent development with Uniswap and the SEC. Irrespective of my personal opinion, which I know what it is, this alone has resulted in us now once again being forced to seek further legal advice on potential ramifications of us even setting up an initial swap on Uniswap, of all places. This is the type of thing we sadly need to expect cautious of moving into Web3, not only due to government legislating, but the clear reluctance of the fiat and banking industry to adopt or even coexist with Web3. That's mostly just a US thing. The US right now, the last couple of years, have been pretty dumb and stupid, and I'm not going to mention the R word, but that describes them when it comes to crypto. So to put your mind at ease, them seeking legal advice is not them postponing or delaying the release of the token. So I would say by May 31st, by May 31st, you're going to have an Essence listing somewhere at some point. I don't know how it's going to look. I will keep you posted with that. But again, if people are going to sell that for 10 cents, I'll buy that all day. All day. I will look like be able to hit. Shout out to Mr. Rolex. He was able to hit 15,000 comics and collectibles, having 8,525 comics, 6,475 collectibles, giving him 15,000. He is level 100. He has over 8 million points, getting about 16,000 points per day. And then he also has 5 artworks as well. But he did it with Adani. His 15,000 was getting Adani. So shout out to him. He's just a beast. I love him. And his Donnie number 99. Arbear. So Arbear was doing a giveaway the other day. I think she gave away a Superman, but got in a little bit of trouble because Veve had gone on and emailed her saying, just so you're aware, we're no longer allow the sale or purchase of collectibles as a method of transferring gems around the Veve ecosystem. Your Veve account was flagged for irregular sales on the marketplace by our security team as a friendly reminder of our terms of use clause. So again, for her, and she might just have to put in a Discord ticket, but it was just from a giveaway. But again, like it's not just like the Butters or anyone else. It's the people that are super supportive of Veve. It's just, hey, they click the box, the email goes out. But obviously, just because she's pretty well known in the community and people knew that she was doing a giveaway, That should blow over, no issue. What is this guy's name? Jeg, saying, here is the right way to take. Let's welcome the large communities of the world on Veve. I discovered a big hidden thing on Veve in the old alchemist sciences. There is an alphabet that only the initiates knew to reveal the secrets. And guess what? The definition of the letter V is to bring everything back to a single point, and E equals the world. So I'll let you make the connection. So that's pretty nice. I like that we did that. Let's get into Blackpink, shall we? Oh God, I need to learn how to drink. Okay, a hole in my lip. So it's been 20 minutes. Let's get into Blackpink now. Let's do. Well, Lisa said Veve twice. Lisa is like the Asian Taylor Swift. She is a juggernaut with over 100 million followers. She only has 2 singles, and she's already on top of the world. No joke. Lisa is one of the most famous talents in the entire world. And again, they had her say Veve twice. And it appears that she's dating the heir to the Louis Vuitton fortune. If you follow her fans, they would do anything that she said, including buying NFTs. I've heard from multiple people that her endorsement would be worth at least $15 million because she never endorses anything and is one of the most popular just people in the entire world, not just popular girls or singers, but again, the entire world. To me, I'm just amazed that they could pull this off. The video, I mean, David was on there today, and he's just like, some people might have, discovered a video from last year because they released this video in April of last year about gaming, and it's like, and they saw the internet detectives that they were wearing the same clothes, and so be advised, a ton of people from artists to YouTubers to actual singers to in movies, what they do is they try to film a bunch of different things all in the same day and then release it over the next X amount of years. But it wasn't just from last year. Like, they have been negotiating for this for 3 years, like almost 36 months, like to the date. So it's been a long time coming for them. I won't. We'll get to all the other stuff in a minute. But yeah, it's just a really big deal that I think people just don't know. I think people just don't know what to. They don't know how to calculate that, and they just go and give an arbitrary number. Again, Lisa's endorsement of Veve alone is worth at least $15 million, and they even said on Spaces before that to get them. Well, I'll tell you what they said, and then I'll tell you what I know. They said that there were people that were throwing around big numbers, as in big money, to try to get their license. But Blackpink and YG kept saying, okay, yeah, it's a nice amount of money, but what is this going to do for the brand? Like, we can't just hand you the keys to our likeness and just have it flop. That's why it didn't go over well with Binance, and the deal fell through because they couldn't provide a place or the history of saying, hey, we got this. They couldn't. They didn't mention any figures. I'll let you know it was in the 8 figures. I'm not saying that's what Veve spent, but the offers that Blackpink had gotten from other licensors, from other places that wanted to buy their likeness, the rights to the digital collectibles, it was an 8-figure number, like multiple 8 figures, like from multiple companies. It's not just one billionaire saying, hey, let's do this. No, and again, I don't know how much Veve spent. I don't know but again, if you want the best, like I remember years back with the Chris Pine Star Trek movies, and that was like, I think some of the first good Star Trek movies in like years, or any movies in years for them. And at the end, what did you see in the credits? Oh, special effects done by Lucas Arts. Them having to go to Star Wars in order to do that, and it's okay. Well, if you want the best, you have to hire the best. So yeah, they were getting these 8-figure offers, which is 10 or tens of millions of dollars from multiple other companies to get them, but they weren't the best. They weren't even the second or third best. Veve is the best at what they do. and what I do isn't very nice. Sorry, that's a Wolverine quote, but they're the best at what they do, and that's why they were able to get it. A lot of people are not going to understand what that means, but most everyone in the business world knows what that means. That means that as soon as they made this announcement, Veve has people have been knocking on their door with a battering ram that says knock knock, trying to go and get them to do their version of digital collectibles. There are so oh God, you guys aren't ready. But there are so many. Veve can get anyone they want now. Within reason. Maybe they can't get Taylor Swift just yet. Maybe they could. I mean, they could at least get a meeting or get on the phone with them, or at least for people, they could get on the phone with pretty much anyone in the world right now. I'm telling you right now, they can get a meeting with anyone in the world that they choose to. Maybe like the president might be. I don't know. I don't know. They probably could if they really wanted to. Anyway, that's just some food for thought there. What was some recently? Oh, nope, not doing that. Blackpink Union. All right, so I'm going to go over a bunch of the crazier stuff today. Blackpink Union, 676,000 followers over on X, which is just a fan account, had also reposted the stuff that we have just Veve. And I guess I'll go over the actual listings, not the listings here, the actual stuff here. So the countdown, where it was supposed to say like, oh, countdown is just another 3 hours. They actually changed that from when we were supposed to get that info to when it closes. And Blackpink Week closes in 13 days, 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 21 seconds. So that's one of them. And then what they also did was in one of the loading pages, they said, oh, hey, we're going to give you at least the dates in which, and then a little bit of info, not how many of them that we get, and I'll go over the edition size in a bit, and not how much it's going to cost, but we at least have the what at least some of them might look like. So here's Jisoo, and shout out to Jisoo. Her song "Flowers" has just reached in the last like 24 hours, like today, has reached 500 million views. So at 500 million views, you're living life right. So shout out to Jisoo for that. Definitely going to get her collectible. That is going to be on day one on 22 May. There's going to be multiple collectibles of each of them. And if you get all four, I'll go over that in a minute. Day two on 23 May is going to be Jenny. Take a look at that. Looks great. Day three is going to be Rose. And that is going to be on, yeah, so there's four each. And then Lisa is going to be day four. I think everyone's really going to focus on her. And then you're going to have the light stick. So these are one of the things that you can get at any of these concerts, and they're just little soft things, and they make little like little squeaky noises when you hit them against something. And then there's a stage. Oh, I wonder what the stage is for. I wonder what's going to happen. There's going to be a couple of really cool things in there. So they do give a little quick sign up on how it works. Sign up to Veve to create an account to get started. Join the waitlist when it's open to be in with a chance to purchase each collectible. Then you're going to have the third step, which is collect. So you buy all four poses of your favorite member or members during Blackpink Week. These will be available from the drop day at the Veve store or through the market if they've sold out. And then you're going to have number four is a craft card. So if you collect all four poses of a member, you will get the option to craft one free pink Venom card. And then you can keep that, or you can go to step 5. And step 5 is holding a pink Venom card makes you eligible to participate in a craft to purchase event for an exclusive digital collectible. However, that seems like you'll have to burn the card. So I think the card has one of their signatures on it. I'm going to go in and read one of those real quick. Introducing Blackpink's oh my God, that hurt so bad. I don't know what that was. Blackpink's debut in digital collectibles experience, creativity, entertainment, and fashion, with each member portrayed in dynamic poses inspired by Pink Venom. So as far when they go and they're talking about fashion, just be advised that Demo Baza is a Bulgarian futuristic concept fashion brand that has created the clothing line for Blackpink in the collectibles. So just be advised that that's kind of what's happening. That's what they mean when they talk about fashion. Pink Venom is a hip hop song that accentuates Blackpink's powerful charisma. Pink and Venom, the contrasting image of dark yet beautiful, is alluring. The lyrics send a very clear message about suppressing the opponent with ease, which aligns with Blackpink's identity. I really like that. Get your hands on a piece of K-pop and high-end casual couture history with the exclusive limited edition Pink Venom collection. It does feature all members in outfits from Demobaza, a Bulgarian concept fashion brand known for its minimalist and futuristic style. Fans who collect all 4 digital collectibles of a member will be eligible to craft 1 free Pink Venom collectible card. I've gone over that before. Participants of this craft to purchase event will burn the Pink Venom card, and it will cost 20 gems. Really upset they have to burn that Pink Venom card, but that's just what they got to do. But again, as of right now, there are no official numbers on how big the drop is going to be. So let me try something here real quick. Oh, very good, Carla. Sorry, my friend Carla got married. Oh, I love her. She is Bay. She is Bagels AF. Anywho, let's see what I got here. Oh God, 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 oh God. Oh yay. Love that for her. Oh God. Saw her last year when she was engaged. She's doing well. And let me heart react that. Okay, all right, there we go. Where was I? Let us go back. Yeah, they should say stay tuned for more announcements. But over in the space, David and Justin had gone over and said, "Oh, and they didn't really say whatever reason. Let me see if I could actually find it because there might actually be a reason. The Blackpink drop will be scarce. David said something about Korean law requiring it. I guess at a certain amount you might run into some certain type of sweepstakes laws, and maybe that's why it's lower. I'm just guessing there, but that's just the only way I could see that. Very limited edition collectible. It's not going to be a huge run, so I don't know what that is going to entail as far as how many mints. And if it's super low mints, it's likely going to be at least a little expensive. But that's just me throwing some ideas out there. Now, where was I? Moved out. Oh yeah. So what I was doing is all of the people that were going, like anyone that had like 100,000 followers or more, I would go on and post. Like Blackpink Mexico had like 48.8 thousand. I was like, okay, that's still fine. I would just be going, oh hey, guess what? I'm super excited for this. Can't wait to buy them on Veve. And then I was like, okay, well, I don't want to spam Veve everywhere. So let me go and say, I can't wait, for Jesu, because she had the 500 million. She just passed the 500 million mark on her flowers video. So I was like, oh hey, can't wait to buy her collectible next week. And then I would just kind of leave it at that. And I didn't even check to see if anyone had. I didn't even check to see if anyone had responded. I probably should have. It's just been a busy day. In other news, PNC Bank, which is the 8th largest in the U.S., has invested 10 million in Bitcoin through 6 different ETFs, according to their SEC filings. Another wallet from 2011 moved $30 million worth of Bitcoin. The owner hodled all the way from $2 to $61,000. Good for them. Blackpink Mexico and Union is another one that I had gone on or done that with. It's 124,000. I don't know if this one, I've already gone on for 30 minutes. We'll go on another 7. How much longer do I have here? Oh, shoot. I have a lot of stuff to go over. So I guess I'll make this quick. The most sold NFTs this week was Brockman Blockchain, which sold 46, Graz, which sold 48, and then Sunchard BV sold 202 collectibles. But the most people that were buying the most was Ferryman bought 161. Bezojman bought 327. Bezojman has 48,778 collectibles, so he has a ton. And then Bounder Yo that bought 935 collectibles, that is absolutely bananas. In order to get in the top 500 wallets, you need to have 1,480. So it's like in the next 3 weeks, you're going to need about 1,500 collectibles just to be in the top 500. And again, excluding the top three wallets that had, or the top wallets that had purchased the most collectibles, you have Jayco, which bought 117. You have Husk Show, which bought 130. Stefane 08, which bought 119. Indian Chief Classic bought 118. Kirby 1988 bought 110. Bonesbro bought 155. So there's a bunch of people in the top 100 or the top 500 that bought 100 collectibles or more that didn't even make it into the top three. Just because the top three, you needed minimum 161, and then it jumps from there and it doubles to 327, and then it like triples to 935. So again, just absolute madness there. Just madness. Oh yeah, Jisoo News was the one that had 250,000 followers. All of these people, again, it's really, really just go and just do the hashtag Blackpink or just hashtag Jisoo News or congratulations Jisoo, and look at all the people congratulating her. That again, just fan accounts having hundreds of thousands. It's heckin' nuts. Slow, bro. Mr. MC1 says, yes, indeed, this is just the start. I hope they join us in the celebration soon. So it is not outside the realm of possibility that they could get on Spaces one day, David said so himself. I think it's also in the cards, however unlikely, that we might actually get them at a Veve Gold and Silver logo party one day. The OMI Secret Rare logo party, maybe, maybe not. If they were to go to any party, it might be a Veve Gold logo party or a Veve party in general. That's going to be, I mean, David said that in New York this year, it's going to be bigger than last year. And last year, you had everybody there. You had everybody there. Let's see what else we got. Insane. Yeah, it's not impossible anymore. Oh my God, this is wild. All right. I drank all my protein. Okay, let's continue. Foster Hill, our beloved Comey community manager, says, what just happened? Watching Blackpink fully endorse their collaboration with Veve is the best marketing one could hope for. Congratulations to the team at Veve Official for making this possible. The future of collecting is bright on Veve. Agreed 100%. Even David Yu getting in the action saying, highly anticipated release, a black heart and a pink heart, debut on Veve. Stay tuned for more announcements. Like there'll be multiple announcements over the next week or so. Dr. Prophet says exclusive footage of Paul mistakes were made barren after watching the reaction of Veve and Blink's communities of the Blackpink partnership announced with Veve, and it's just kids crying and David Yu going and responding with the hearts just because everyone knows that Paul Barron is obviously the worst at these types of things. It was the game. So I took a look into Blackpink the game. It looked okay. I mean, anything Blackpink people are going to go and use and do and try out. Not exactly for me, but some others it might be. Oh yeah. So artists and everyone. So they did a video, or that particular video that you saw. This was actually made 2 years ago, and they made it for advertisements for their game. They made advertisements obviously for Veve. They made advertisements for everyone. Them obviously not really knowing who Veve was at the time. You have, oh God, what did I do? Sorry. I think this is most prevalent in stuff like Marvel, where in the Iron Man movie, you see at the end of Iron Man, Nick Fury or Samuel L. Jackson, SLJ is in there as Nick Fury, just talking about how Iron Man's just like a kid. He's like, I have to deal with your immature ass. But really, in one of the deleted scenes that they made him shoot, saying like, oh, if gamma radiation, radioactive spiders, and mutants weren't enough, like they planned to have Tobey Maguire like come in and cross over with Iron Man, along with Eric Bana's Hulk, along with I guess at the point it was going to be Ed Norton's Hulk, and then along with actually bringing in the X-Men. But obviously they had the rights issue they couldn't do. But again, people do this all the time, and it happens to be Blackpink that we're talking about today, that they filmed a bunch of stuff that'll likely get never aired just because a lot of things fall through. But thankfully for Veve, it did go through, and they thought that it might not happen, but apparently it did. So good for them. Yep, love that for her. Check out this video. Yep, mint run will be fairly low. I don't know what they're going to do as far as MCP points, if they're going to even have that or not. We'll see. They probably are going to have that. Blackpink Unions has the outfit. Okay, yeah, I went over that. The game, trying to understand. Aza or Kaki Gaijin saying, I'm trying to help you understand that Veve makes carbon neutral NFTs. The tech has advanced as tech does, but some people just hide the truth. Sadly, well, I tried, and that's just him going talking to somebody. I'm not going to dox them or say their name. And they made a whole post saying, "Here's why YG official Blink needs to not go through with this collab, as NFTs actually hurt the environment." I don't know if this person is just misinformed and working with old data, or they just hate, Veve because they wronged them for whatever reason. But yeah, a lot of people work with information that's out of date. I saw it with a bunch of futters with Earth 2. I saw it with Tesla Q for Tesla. I see it with Veve futters. It's just people that. But again, I don't know which one that was. But be advised that encourage and educate. And never go and be like, oh, you're stupid for this reason. I mean, just be like, oh, hey, actually, like, yeah, I love the environment as well. That's even if it's not one of your major things, be like, I love the environment as well, which is why I really like Veve, because they're carbon neutral or something like that. But again, and sometimes if people are reasonable and they're on the fence, like, oh, okay, that makes sense, and then they'll change the way they think. Most people will likely not. A lot of people are stuck in their ways, and presented with new information, people just, they just kind of don't. This is why. So shout out to Charlie8141. Ooh, that reminds me of something. Who had. All right, let's go over this real quick. I really want a daddy soda right now, but I shouldn't. In Pokemon, it's generally accepted that if you have a trophy card or any card that has less than 100 editions in the pop report, that population report from PSA, if you go and get rid of that card, you're likely not going to get another one of it, at least not for the same price. So why I really love sub 100s is just because it doesn't matter how many editions it has. It doesn't matter whether it has 250 editions like Secret Rare Miles Morales, or it has 28,000 editions like Fantastic Four commons from the Marvel Mighties. Everyone is still only going to have 59 sub 100s from number 41 to 99. And with that, there could even be one or two of them that just, they get left out, because again, Veve keeps 90. They keep the first 40 and 50 additional. But what happens? Well, what happens is that you have a lot of underrated stuff that's flying under the radar, or people know what it is, but again, there's a lot of different things. But when you have something like Stormtroopers, where you have, oh, hey, here's a mint number 96, not the greatest sub 100 mint number, but still sub 100. And then you have a secret rare mint number 96, or a common, and then this one's a secret rare. Matching mint numbers are going to be exceedingly hard to get. And why this is why I'm the number 2 wallet for all sub 100 Marvel, and not just sub 100 Marvel Mighties. That one I might even have the number 1 wallet, but for all of Marvel on Veve, I have 1% of the sub 100s that they have ever. Why? Because I'm putting my money where my mouth is, saying that they are stupid undervalued. In my opinion, is not financial advice. Anywho, let's move on here. Same day, yep, full day ad. You can see this stuff. Flow blockchain had a monumental milestone this past week by hitting their 600 millionth transaction. So shout out to Flow. Gotta love them. Let's see what else. KFC has a bucket of nuggets, which I really want to get. So something that I think people missed, and I promise I'll get to the comments. I don't even think there's a ton of there's not even a ton of comments to get to. Yeah, I'll get to the comments in a bit, but right now you have my collectibles that had said, I've always understood that this was related to Veveverse, not for IP drops, but there are some great things coming for MCPN drops, but I'll check this out for some more details. Thanks, guys. And this is about the car's accessories. Collectors will also be able to redeem points on various accessories, which will be made available in the Veve store, or information will be released on accessories when the feature is closer to a release. So I'll keep you all posted with that. Won't go over that just yet. Blackpink for Veve Vibe. So about music, I guess only Omar. So I don't think anyone else really knows about them. But About Music has 200,000 followers over on X. Again, Omar is the only follower there. He just knows things before they happen. He's like a Jedi that way. But they go and post Blackpink for Veve Vibes. They go and post that. That got 250,000 views. most bigger accounts that really shared this got like a ton of views, if not hundreds of thousands. So shout out to them. For those cars accessories, we have a year to craft. The crafting will close on 16 May 2025. What else we got here? Blackpink Global Blink, which has 9.1 million followers over on the X. They're the one that had posted or had reposted Veve Digital Collectibles. So it was really nice to see that. Again, they have 600,000 impressions on that. But again, I think a lot of that was because Blackpink Global Blink, or the YG official Blink account of 9.1 million followers, had reposted that over on X. And if that wasn't enough, Blackpink official also reposted that over on their Instagram, and they have 57.7 million followers. So in total, how much is this? 9.1, right? And one, so it's 66.8. Oh my God, so close to 66.9, but 66.8 million followers across both of those socials, not including Facebook. They have another 20 million over there. I don't know if they did anything over there. But that was really, really nice. And then I think, yeah, that's it. All right, cool beans. We did the news in 45 minutes. All right, let's get the spread. Let's go to the comments. Dark Latte saying history. History happens every day. Some is not so exciting, some is exciting. This is very exciting. OMI says, let's freaking go, Randy. Can you name the members of Blackpink based on the photo of this video, listing from left to right? No. A lot of us are just getting to know this band. Yes, yeah. I'm trying to think how much I'm gonna. I taught my friend upstairs, just like he's like, well, I got like 5 million points. I'm just gonna, yeah, you know, and he's gonna bid all his points for all of these, and not all of his points, but a bunch of his points. If they're as scarce as we think they're going to be, it's likely going to be a big number of MCP points that are going to be burned. The promo video is fire. Yeah, this is what they need to do. This Veve promo video is this is what Earth 2 does. This is why they get hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of views on their YouTube videos and X videos. This is what Veve needs to do more. 30-second videos like this. Oh my God, especially with Blackpink actually talking in it. Again, that video, that shout out from Lisa, I mean, for Blackpink in general, but just from Lisa saying Veve twice, is worth at least $15 million. I've heard that number from multiple people in this space that know what the heck they're talking about. Even this guy that I met the other day is like, oh, this partnership is worth at least $10 million. And as we know, as I'm telling you now, like it is multiple 8 figures worth. So tens of millions of dollars. I don't even know if Veve had to even pay anything up front for this. Tammy Hannah, hi Ray, yo, what's up, Tammy? How's it going, fam? How you doing? Meow, meow, meow. Bean Tech says, hey, what up? Faction Velo says, yo, tell you what I was buying some secret rare comics. Well, listen, some are fine with it, but we're all about the crypto right now. Crypto is in a super juicy position for us to buy a bunch of stuff. Obviously, super bullish on OMI, but I'm also super bullish on Flow, Definity, Bumper, Devi, Senate. There's Mutable Egg. There's just a bunch of stuff that's super easy to go and buy right now, and it's just secret rare comics are great, especially ones that are good, like Fantastic Four #1, Fantastic Four #5, Fantastic Four #4, AF-15. You know, like there's so many amazing titles out there and that are super good, but crypto is just going to outperform. Hi there, hey, now. Is there a reason why Okomi seems less threatened by going on base than, say, exchanges, considering how strict they are with bringing, I'm guessing, up regulations? How is base different? I mean, it's just different blockchain. I mean, that's it. Like that's it. It's not like they're on any different exchanges. It's just on the same Uniswap, but it's just on a different chain. Like Definity is, I think, on BSC and on ETH. There's a bunch of things on a bunch of different things, on a bunch of different chains, but it's just a different chain. That's it. Jago Solos, what's going on, fam? How you doing? Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Dragon Hanks says the world will know Veve. Slow but steady. Yeah. And again, business people thoroughly enjoy, or they know this is such spicy news for them, because you're going to have I'm going to try to be try to be nicer here. You have a bunch of newer people that they might just think that this is normal. Oh, yeah, Blackpink's cool. They have millions of followers. Oh, they have Tokyo. They have a bunch of newer people. They just kind of don't know how huge this is to get this license, because again, to get this license to do what they did would have cost normally tens of millions of dollars. And it's most people won't understand that. Oh, they got them shouted out. Oh, that's cool. They just don't understand how much that would cost. Whereas business people like, oh, okay, so either Veve spent tens of millions on this, or they're just so good at what they do that they turn down the money from elsewhere in order to do this, which, again, most likely that's what happened. Cloud says no one really cares about Crawler. So here's what I want to go over with this. There's obviously going to be many more people that care about the Sandcrawler than there are Sandcrawlers. It's just that they're not here right now. Some are, some are the 170 people that bought one. Some are, but ow, I don't know why my left elbow is doing that, but it is getting old. But I mean, a lot of these numbers that we see right now, they're going to be stupid. Like, there's going to be more Star Wars fans that are going, and let me be specific when I say this. There's going to be more fans of Star Wars that will collect everything on this app than there are things on this app. And then you're going to have the rest of the Star Wars fans that might collect, what they like, but they're not going to collect everything. Because people are completionists. People love history. That's why I'm so bullish on a bunch of first appearance. Marvel Mighties. David and Dan know what collectors want. They know the significance of first appearance. So why are they giving like 80% of the first appearances to the Marvel Mighties? There's got to be a reason. We don't know what that is, and this is why I'm bullish on a bunch of their sub 100s. I don't care what it is. Any sub 100 people want to sell for $28 for Marvel Mighties, I'll buy every single one of them, even if it's stuff from the Enchanted collectible. What are those called? Incredibles, Eternals, the ones that nobody cares about. People do care about them, but a lot of people here are just basing it off the movie, and the movie was trash. So that's why people don't care about them. But people will. They will. Hi there, Hay says, do you think OMI being on base will push forward the token getting on exchanges? Or now that we're on base, do you think OMI will just park the token so everyone can buy it? No, because again, you need liquidity. Like if I'm David and Dan, I'm like, okay, it's great that we have base. It's great that it's easier for people that only have an extra $40 or $50 to spend. Yeah, it's great for them, and that's nice. But that is part of the equation. You want the token to have tens of million, if not over 100 million in volume each day. You can't do that, one, when there's no use case. Yes, we have a use case. We have it for staking on the app, and we get MCP points, and we get bronze tickets, and we'll get more stuff as time goes on. But you need that OMI to NFT. I've said that it's likely going to be this quarter, and it's likely going to be June. I don't think we get it this week, because you don't want to have OMI to NFT out the same week as Blackpink. But it's like, okay, well, Blackpink is, they're not coming out to next week, so we could get it this week, right, Chavez? I don't think so. Most likely, they would make an announcement like a couple of weeks before they do it. So after Blackpink is done, I would say maybe they make the announcement that they're going to have OMI to NFT, and then they'll roll it out in June. So I don't think it's going to happen this month. Could it happen this week? Sure. And then this way it's in preparation for next week, and I think that'd be great. I'm just not expecting that. But yeah, so you need OMI to NFT because you need that utility case, and then you need it on a lot more exchanges. You need an easy way to buy it, and we already have an easy way to buy it, but it is, again, there's no liquidity down there. Like, there's not enough for somebody to come in and be like, okay, yeah, I need I want to buy $5 million worth of OMI, and then they can't, because the price. Somebody bought in like what, a couple 100,000 the other day, and the price pumped like 18%. Like what? And it's not like this is something that, oh yeah, it's got a $10 million market cap, and you know, 175,000 pumps at 18%. No, this has like a $180 million market cap, 200, whatever it is, and it pumped 18% for that. That shouldn't happen. So they're definitely going to get on more exchanges. Which ones they get on, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know which ones, but they'll definitely have more by the end of the year. Fred Durst next. Fred Durst is cool. So I could sit next to Carson Daly and Fred Durst, hear him argue over who you gave. Oh, no, not going to say it. Randy, there's a man behind you. Man, bear, pig? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, Randy in the doorway. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing. I love you so much, Booth. Joseph, what's up, Joe? Oh my God, how's it going, fam? Oh, it's been so long. Dude, it's been too long. And you know what? Part of that's my fault. We'll let me get you a let me shoot you a text. Meow. And hopefully that's still your number. One secret, that'll likely be in New York. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Jay-Z says, wait, that didn't sound good. Wait, what didn't sound good? What was I talking about 15 minutes ago? I would say New York. Maybe California. We'll see. David said in the space that there will be MC. Okay, good. There'll be MCP allocation. Can't wait. Hi, hey there. Or hi there, hey. Saying, Grassnare is just the very name. How do meme coins rally with fake hype narratives, fake promised utilities, yet nothing happens with OMI when they make these things a reality? Well, I mean, it's just undervalued. Again, Tesla traded sideways for 6 years and didn't go up until 2019. And then as soon as it went up, came back down because of the Rona and the pandemic. And then what happened after that? What would happen after that was you just had a K-shaped recovery and a meteoric rise in Tesla like 7x. And I knew it would. So yeah, moving on here. Big promise utility. Yeah. So again, there's a difference between like pumpamentals and fundamentals. And pumpamentals really based on hype, and hype is temporary, and fundamentals are forever. And that the fundamentals are always going to outlast hype and pumpamentals. Like what happened with what happened with Chuck. You had a undoxed people behind the project. They got a bunch of people to go and hype it, and then they what do? They took a $250,000, and then they dumped it. Yeah, bad times for those people, not for me, because I never got into that. Remix X says, "Are we getting a music NFT or just more statues?" So, I think it's a bit of a leading question there, just because I think the statue is going to be really cool, and I think that it's even if they were to just make static whatever statues, whatever, it still would have been cool. But it looks like there's going to be a little bit more than what meets the eye there. We'll get more details on that as it goes forward, but it looks like it's going to be really cool with some moving parts. Booth 777 says, JK about the man in the doorway. Dude, you had me stressing. I was thinking like, okay, when did he say that? It was at 12. I was going to go back into my, like, see if I could see anything. Like, is there a ghost here? Like, I was tweaking. You had me shook, Booth. Anyway, Carlos Cow says, I'm low-key becoming a fan on Blackpink, especially Lisa. Oh, yeah. She's great. I mean, they're great. You don't get to this level of fame without being super great. Doing great. Oh yeah. San Diego Comic-Con. You should go to San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah. Time frame of only to 5 cents. Some point next year. Could it happen this year? Sure. But I would say next year is likely going to be that time for it. Crypto, like, so in poker, there is, whenever you make like a bet, let's say like all in, generally people are like, okay, this person's going all in. They either are running out of chips and they're just looking to double up real quick, or they need to go home, or this person has this much not vindication, this much confidence in what they have. And usually it's like, okay, well, what could they have? They go over whatever it is, and they think, okay, most likely they have this. If they have top pair, it's this. What hands can beat me? And then they'll say, okay, only X amount of hands can beat me. What are the odds that he has this hand or she has this hand? But every now and then somebody goes all in and a call, like immediate call, right? Which means that, okay, this person either has the nuts, the top, the best hand that you could get, or they're so confident that this person doesn't have it because they could read them. But anyway, that's what's known as just an immediate call. I was on stream yesterday, or which is now 2 days ago, with Crypto Rain, and somebody had asked that question, like, oh, do you think OMI can reach 1 cent in 2024? And so I asked, like, oh, do you think OMI can still reach a cent this year? Yes. And it was an immediate yes, like not just to like, maybe if these things happen, sure. It was an immediate yes from Crypto Rain, one of the most successful people in crypto, and yeah, just an immediate call. So I would say if you take a look at his reaction to that, and Rain looks at a lot of fundamentals. He looks at a lot of human psychology and human behavior. But I'll tell you this: if he were in my shoes, he'd be even more bullish. I'll tell you that. The other thing it says, how will the move to Base impact the Veve wallet? Will we move away from Mutable X for the web wallet and OMI to NFT? I don't know. We're gonna have likely one of two things will happen. Either the OMI wallet on the Veve app will support both ERC20 OMI on ETH and then end OMI on Base, or it'll be one of those things like GoChain, like, oh, deposit all of your GoChain onto the Veve app, and then we'll transfer it over for you to an ERC20 token. It might be like that, like, oh, how if you want OMI on Base, put all the Ethereum OMI you have on the Veve app, and then we'll switch it over. It's likely going to be one of those two things that'll happen. But again, that's just me kind of pontificating here. I don't have any proof of that. That's just what I think is most likely to happen. And Vihiro says, bruh, T-Chuck rugged. I don't know if they rugged or if the owner or whatever person is just like, I'm just gonna cash out. And maybe he just took advantage. Ooh. But again, the people might be able to keep it alive. Because it did have a bunch of Akomi people going in and trying to pump it. Not me, because I don't do that shit with undoxed founders. And I would never dump $250,000 on my community, like, ever. That was one of the crappiest things that. So yeah, this is why, unless I'm involved with the project, like Bojack, like 4chan, or like the cat, I am never going to get into a meme coin unless I am personally in with it, like, and I'm working on it. Like the cat. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, okay. Actually, decent volume today, but yeah, like a quarter of the volume was just one person dumping $250,000. So yeah, moving on here. Which one will be the secret rare? So be advised, for them, they're actually going to have 4 collectibles each, and it's likely going to be a secret rare for each of them. So it's not like one will have a common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and another will have uncommon through secret rare, skipping it. They'll most likely have the same rarities each, because it would look kind of weird if you had, okay, here's a common here, and then you couldn't match them up for the stage, because you're going to get a stage on top of that. What's the point of having your Blackpink collectibles if you don't have a stage to put them on? So they'll have a stage, and then they'll be able to go and, I don't know if I can say that. You can likely do whatever you want, and maybe it's something like Mac on Deck. Maybe it's something like, oh, if you put them in a certain position next to each other, they have a little hidden animation. I don't know. But they'll all have secret rares, most likely. Dr. J to the E. Hey, Randy. Are there any benefits continuing to buying layer 1 OMI on ETH instead of layer 2 OMI on base? Arbitrage, maybe. Just because you have like there was a time yesterday or 2 days ago when the OMI on base was like 0.00075 and the OMI on ETH was 0.007. It was 0.000 like 65. It's like, oh, you know, do that. But that's about it. Outside of arbitrage, I don't think there's any real reason because I mean base is cheaper, and it seems like you're going to want to have OMI on base at some point in the future for a lot of utility. Again, even Foster said that a lot of the utility moving forward is going to be for the OMI on base. So that does make me believe that over on the Veve app, oh, hey, you have Ethereum OMI on the app. Don't worry, we'll convert that for you at some point. Because it would be really messy if you had to say, hey, guys, take your Ethereum OMI, move it off the app, convert it yourself, and then move back. It just seems like a lot of work to expect people to do, and I just wouldn't do that if I was Veve or Booth. What's going on, man? I did the math, and 180 million OMI at 5 cents is $9 million. Yes, I'm bag watching you, Randy. So I have 186.3, and hopefully by the end of the month, I have 200 million. Well, hopefully in like 2 weeks, which I guess is the end of the month, I have 200 million. And then once I hit that 200 million mark, I'll likely stop, and I'll likely just rest on a grateful universe. No, I'm not going to quote Thanos there. I mean, I already did. Mr. MC1, what's going on? Say like, hey, hi all, how's it going? Hi, Randy. Thank you for joining the Blackpink space with David Yu, just Yang and Blinks. I didn't really for everyone that I was listening in, and I tried to listen as often as I could. It's just there was other stuff going on, and I couldn't listen to the whole thing. But I did get a couple of excerpts, which I went over the first hour of the podcast. Thanks for doing that, Mr. MC1. That was any time to get David Yu on and to listen to him speak is just a treat. Anytime that we're able to do that is really fun. There's Blackpink X Veve X OMI 100%. That's the info on Chuck. So again, that's not really my info on Chuck. That's just public information out there that people had done, and I just happened to go back over on Uniswap and take a look at the wallets and see that big up. Like there were multiple people after he had done that $250,000 dump that were dumping like 40,000, 20,000, 30,000. So it might have been coordinated. It might have just been, oh my God, here's a big dump. Let's, let me dump because things are going down. And again, that community might just rally back and be like, all right, guys, let's defend the floor. Let's buy it, But again, it is at the end of the day, it is a meme coin, and again, it got pretty big. It might have got pretty big too quickly, and maybe it goes on. I mean, it could be one of those things that, yeah, it's $8 million market cap. It could be one of those things where maybe it goes to 20 or 30. I mean, heck, 4chan did that in a couple weeks, so it went to like 30 million. So I think Chuck can do something similar if a lot of things hit right. I am not anywhere near that. I don't have it, but it just anything can happen in crypto. But so it's a dumb question, I know. But do you think we could ever have an option to sell OMI on the Veve app? Probably not. Not a dumb question. It's just I don't think that Veve would have to like become an exchange if you could buy and sell. Like what you could do is say, oh, instead of selling it, what you could do one of two things. You could just transfer it out of your Veve app into any of the different, after you bridge it, obviously, into any of the different exchanges, and then sell it there, and then go back to your wallet. Or if you wanted to take like the long, convoluted way, you could be like, okay, I can take this OMI, I could buy this collectible, and then I could take this collectible and sell it for gems, and then I could cash out. But you really don't want to do that, because if you buy a collectible for that OMI, there might be some additional fees there when we get OMI to NFT. And then at that point, when you sell it, if it's a Marvel or Disney or some James Bond stuff, it's an 8.5% fee. And then to cash out, it's another 10% fee on top of that. So it would be much easier to just go bridge it and then transfer it out to an exchange, sell it on the exchange, and then go to your bank account. Yeah. Charlie D says, I'm a true believer in Veve. and I gain over 5,100 MCP points per day. You put money into OMI, and I put mine in MCP. To each their own. I hope we all win. And both have their uses. So it's not like, oh, yeah, you put your money into OMI, therefore you're not going to get any benefits. Well, I'm receiving all the benefits. And it's not the opposite way, like, okay, well, MCP might be good for drops, but it's not good for massive gains. Like they're both good for both of those reasons. Because again, you'll be able to go and take your OMI and be able to buy those bronze tickets and give yourself MCP points that way. And then if you wanted to go in and use those MCP points, if you're just heavy in MCP, in order to secure yourself a super rare drop, you can do that and get a bunch of gains that way. So again, they're both pretty similar in how they work, just differently. It's like when Uncle Phil says to the cast of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, is like, I love you all differently, but equally. And anyone that's been around kids knows that that's a lie because, parents have favorites. Arturo, manifesting vibes. What's going on? Remember thinking about K-pop groups having their own NFTs back in 2021. Now I can see BTS being on Veve too, which would be huge as well. Yeah. Blackpink is like the biggest girl group, but BTS is like one of the biggest guy groups out there, if not the biggest K-pop guy group out there. Just big global brand, 100%. And like I said, David and Dan can likely get on the phone with anyone now. If they couldn't before, which I'm pretty sure they could, but I mean anyone. They can get down there with anyone. Their says, can't wait for new people buying a little bit of OMI on the website and app to upgrade things to their collectibles or accessories, which is big for OMI. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of different reasons for people to buy. One, just for investment because they want to. Two, because maybe they might feel a little left out because, oh, well, everyone else getting OMI, I'll just go in too, even if it's not like for the investment, even if it's just be part of that community, which if you have a Veve collectible, you're kind of already in, you participate. And then you'll have rewards because people are going to go in and especially rich people like, oh, you're like, so for example, Definity, I don't know if I could say this yet. There's going to be multiple reasons for a lot of people to want to buy Definity because they're going to save on a lot of things. I probably said too much. That's all I can say. But I'll tell you this. I can't. There's going to be multiple reasons people want Definity. For those same reasons, people are going to want OMI. Why? Because you get rewards for it. Like already you got the Akomi Secret Rare logo for 10 million on the app, and that Akomi Secret Rare logo, which be advised, there's no official utility for that from Akomi. Like there likely will be at some point, but right now, if you go and take a look at it, all of the utility that it has is really just community driven. Most of which have been from Mr. MC1 and Dr. Stuff, and a little bit from the real Randy Chavez, but most of it is just from other people. Got to give credit to the team. But now it's worth $1,870, and they just gave that to us for free. I literally got a call from my friend Steve. He's like, Randy, I just got his airdrops from Oklahoma. I got 3 of them, and one's a secret rare, and it's worth $400. Akomi didn't have to do that. I was like, no, they didn't, but they wanted to. They wanted to just reward people for having OMI on the app and believing them. It was like, this is great. They didn't have to do that. They went and did it anyway. This is why people are gonna. And I was like, yeah, exactly. He was like he was so happy. He likely represents multiple other people. But so that's just another one of the reasons. So we've gone over 3 so far. Then you're gonna have MCP points. People that are new that just say like, hey, I don't have any MCP points because I'm new here. They could just go in and use their OMI to buy those bronze tickets and use those bronze tickets for more MCP points for the drops, or they could use it for accessories. So that's kind of a twofer. They can get OMI to buy bronze tickets and you can use MCP points for the drops, or they could use the MCP points for the accessories. Or there could be certain places over in the Veveverse where you can't get into unless you have a certain amount of MCP points or collectibles or certain collectibles, whatever it is. There's a lot of way to token gate and MCP gate a lot of different things. And then there's people that are just going to have, there's going to be games. In order to play those games, you have to pay $1 worth of OMI or 25 cents worth of OMI. And people aren't going to care what the price is of OMI. They're just going to be like, they're not going to have an investor mindset. They're going to have a mindset of, okay, I need 25 cents worth of OMI to go and play this game. I'm going to do that, and that's it. They're not going to care what the 30 or 50-day moving average is. They're not going to care what the volume is. They're not going to care what some scam tuber just said about it, or they're not going to care like if they were to take that 25 cents and say, okay, that's worth $25. This is not much, but they're not going to care about the potential gains, the potential losses. They're just going to buy to play the game. That's it. So a ton of reasons. Ed Feely, what's going on, fam? Saying 3 years working on Blackpink. David, you and the team working in the background. There's a lot that I want to tell a story, but I don't think I can. If I had a bunch of daddy sodas, I probably would have. But there's some people that I used to work with that, for example, in the military, you have, whenever you're at a TDY, like a temporary duty, away from your main station, you get orders. And your orders say, okay, this person, Senior Airman Chavez, is going from one base to another. It could be going from this base to a forward operating base. It could be from this to wherever. If you're on a permanent change of station, you get PCS orders from one place to another. If you are on deployment, you get deployment orders from one station to another. So, but there are some people in the military that their job is officially nowhere. And when you're officially nowhere, you can be anywhere. And they can't talk about it. I don't think they could ever. I mean, maybe one day they'll write a book, but they can't talk about it. But what they do, some, not all, not everyone's sentimental like me or like them. They take newspaper clippings of either what happened or what was prevented, and there's no names. It's just that's their own personal effects. Sometimes they'll take recordings and DVRs or whatever of the news of what happened, of congressional hearings that go on from some of the things that they did. And it's unfortunate that a lot of the really good stuff that the military does and certain people in the military just will never get reported. A lot of what you hear is really bad. And there's a lot of really awesome, cool things, and a lot of lives are saved by a lot of military members. And in that same breath, I'll say that David and Dan and everyone at Veve, it's a team effort, but the stuff that David and Dan have done, the sacrifice, like I know a lot of that's really private and a lot of it's really intimate, but I really hope that one day, because in the documentary that they'll make, they might not add some of the stuff in it, but a lot of stuff I feel like they should, because that some of these stories need to be told, and it would not fit in our. You would have to make maybe like a docu series of like several episodes on Veve and Akomi. It would be likely. Those are the stories that I think will be remembered forever. I feel like Samwise Gamgee saying like, "Those are the stories that stay with you, Mr. Frodo." True that. What's up, Bullet Slurp? Dark Light says, "How do you buy OMI fasts? My fund's always on hold for like a week." That I think is an issue with either the exchange that you're using or with your bank. But Foster Hill has multiple shorts videos talking about like buying OMI in like 20 seconds. So go to Foster Hill, YouTube him, and watch his shorts videos. Trugan High saying it was great hearing that another big studio has already reached out to David. I wish I was a fly on the wall in his office. So game theory had originally come out and they said, oh, okay, that's just a theory, the game theory. And then they had food theory, and then they had movie theory, and then they have, so they had game theory, film theory, food theory, and clothing theory. Well, what does Veve have? They got Veve Comics, they have Veve app, they got Veve Vibes. How many other things will they have? I guarantee you there's, and it might not be announced this year, but there's a couple of more things that people are like, oh, another new, like, what are they doing? Getting another, it's going to be really cool. Um, I can't, I can't wait. Um, there are, and it's unfortunate. Like, so again, I think I mentioned this the other day. I made a post in like December of 22. I was like, Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa. Um, and I it was just, oh, to most people, it's like, oh, he's watching Aladdin, he's quoting the song. But I was really giving out hints to Alibaba. And then lo and behold, in uh July of last year, David had posted on his Instagram, the memorandum that he was signing with Alibaba, and hopefully they do something with that this year. But that's been in the works for years, and Veve hasn't even officially mentioned anything. It's just David on his Instagram. But that's been in the works since 2022. They've been negotiating. I think officially David had mentioned in 2022 they were negotiating with Pokemon, but they've been negotiating with them since 2021. They've been trying for like forever. There's a lot. I mean, they've been talking to everyone. Remember those really shitty oh god, were the Game of Thrones NFTs that they had from like years back, and like the fingers were like freaking talons. I think Game of Thrones can come at some point. I also think that and again, it's not official, or it's not officially announced, but I had David on the podcast, well, multiple times, but at one point last year, I was thinking like, hey, how do we keep these companies interested in Web3 when the first time they try out with like Recur and like they fail? Like, how do we keep their interest in Web3? And he says, don't worry, we're already talking about those license. Oh, okay, well, fudge. When are they going to officially announce that they might have something with Paramount, Nickelodeon, Rugrats, and doing legit NFTs of Tommy and Chucky and Phil and Lil, and then like Helga and Arnold from Hey Arnold, and Riptar and Care Bears. Like, when are they going to officially announce that? Because we know they've been talking, and where else are they going to go? They're not going to do it themselves. They're not going to trust anyone else to do that. They're going to go with Veve. Either that, or the CEO should fire themselves for not going with Veve. But they should go with Veve. Um, One of the things I've actually thought about before, and that might happen sooner than people think. Veve essentially has, maybe not a monopoly, but they have everyone. And if you have the choice, all right, where are we going to go on? What are we going to do? We're going to try this by ourselves where everyone else has failed, or are we just going to give it to Veve where they do all the work and we do nothing and we still get paid for it? They're going to go with Veve again if they're smart. There are some people that are not, and you know. Anyway, Dark Latte says buying ETH on Coinbase, but they do give you like 3K for instant transfers. But after that, funds are on hold. I guess it just use up the instant transfer limit. Yeah, probably. Probably, yeah, do a wire. Yeah, wire it to yourself. I can wire myself. It's weird. They only let me wire like 50,000 at one point. Like, I tried to wire like a couple hundred grand a few weeks ago, and it didn't let me. I was like, what? And it's not like it's limited to, oh, okay, well, I just have to send 4 wires. It only let me do 50,000 per day. So yeah, it's really strange. At least on my phone. And if I went to a actual Citibank, I'd probably do it. Um, yeah. College Guy says we'll definitely get Pokemon. I've said it before. I'll say, and actually, one of the last times I said it was like 50-50. But I think now, when you have I think it's like maybe a 60-40, 65. I'd say 65-35% chance that 65% chance that Veve gets Pokemon, 35% chance that they don't. And if they don't, it's not like Pokemon's going to go anywhere else. They're just going to do it themselves if they do it. But as I just said, they'd be stupid to do that. And Pokemon's very smart, and they'll know that Veve is the best to do that with. Hootis Puddin Cheek says, shh, don't tell her that. Don't tell her what. Oh, oh, Puddin Cheeks, he's so fun. I love him. Anyway, I guess that's it. That's the show. That we are donezo. So thank you all for joining. Thank you all for this. Sorry it was so late. Again, we were supposed to get new information at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but they just kind of jumped the gun on that. They did it early. So, but that's good for me because I don't have to do a 4-hour stream. Thank God. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye to the ghost back there. Booth, you don't know how shook I was. All right, I love you all. Bye. Meow, 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 meow. Oh wait, David did post a Pikachu. Pancake, yeah, but yeah, no, not yet. Maybe one day. I'm hoping. All right, bye guys. All right, no, Randy. Never mind, I'll phone.